Hey, good morning, FlossTube. It's Rebecca, the Route 66 Stitcher. I am back after a 5-month hiatus. The last FlossTube I had was in October, so it's been 5 months. Had a lot of life stuff going on, but before I get to that, thank you for coming back if you've been here before. If you're new here, I hope you like what you see. I always love the comments that are left, so thank you for supporting me in that manner. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch. I do have other needle crafts I do as well as cross stitch that I show from time to time, but not many. Anywho, life changes. Why I've been gone so long? I've been gone for quite some time because I've had a lot of changes at work. We have been short-staffed, and I've been picking up a lot of extra time at work and traveling quite a bit more than I'm used to traveling. So even for 5 months, I don't have a whole lot to show you because life got in the way, as it does. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get started. Because of all the traveling, I haven't had a time to sit down and do any finishing. So I only have one fully finished object. And this was from way back when. This was Galleria. This was of 2021, initially autumn. It was one of the round robins from the Purple Thread. And I got it finished. It's a little scissor bob. And it is autumn on one side and then the initial on the other. And this has to be the world's smallest horn book ever. I'm not a big scissor fob person. I find they get in my way, but I think it'll be a cute little ornament to do something with. So I finally gotten yet another round robin checked off of the list. For fully finished objects, that was it. I do have some fully stitched objects that I can show you. I have Joy X Noel done, and I have no idea. This came as a kit with like an Altoids tin to be finished as kind of a pin keep in the box, and then this would go on the top of it. I can't find the tin, I can't find the pattern, I don't know who, what, where, when, why, but I got it stitched. It's just waiting for the next part at this point, but I've got that stitched. I went to Mama Loves You GB site when she was having her Parliament sale on her owls, and I picked up Ramsey. This is Ramsey from Mama Loves You GB, and it's one of her Parliament of owls, and this is on 18 count perforated paper. I did these on 18 count instead of the 14. And the 18 is hard to find. It's a really hard to find kind of perforated paper. I just don't like things all of that large. I've also worked on, this was one of my travel stitches, along with all the perforated paper, worked on Snowman number 3. And Snowman number 3 is a pendibule. It's one of Doreen Jones's pendibules. And this is, so it'll be hung this way as kind of the wonton shaped. And all I have to do is sew that together and finish it up. It's done with all of the called for colors on some light blue fabric I had in stash. It's a 28 count linen. And so this is Doreen Jones, Snowman 3, pendibule. And I finally, because I do perforated paper when I travel, finally got the trilogy set done. This is Mill Hill Trilogy number 1, and finally got it all stitched, all 9 of them. I've been working on this forever and finally have it all done. Finally have all of the beads on there. So now I have to do something with them. I just need to sit down and have a finishing palooza weekend. If I ever get a weekend off again, it'll be a miracle. You saw this as a whip back in October, and this is Dirty Annie's Greyhound Santa. And I finally have it finished. And the greyhounds were done, modeled after my dog Seamus, my greyhound Seamus, who's been gone for a few years now, but still miss him, famous Seamus. And that's a fun stitch. This is done using some of the called fors, and I, of course, switched out the colors on the greyhound, and it's on some mystery fabric. It's a 40 count opal linen that I found in my stash. And so there's that. And let me rearrange my stash pile here because it's getting out of control. I also have finished the Blue Flowers Winter Quail. And this is using none of the called for. And it's on a, this is a 30, no, this is a 28 lugana. This is on an even weave. This is on a 28 lugana, which makes it so big. And it is done. So it's, that's a better view, better colors. That's what it looks like. So it is done. I'm running out of room. In the meantime, in the last 5 months, Barbara Anna came out with another design, not a SAL this time, but another design. And this one is called Butterflies in My Head. Butterflies in My Head. And this is done using all of the called fors on, this is a Mystic Fabrics Opal Linen 32 count. And I believe this actually was a grab bag piece of linen, but it looks a lot like her Night Sky Jennifer coloring. But there we go. And I saw that Barbara Anna just released yet another pattern. Something about toxicity. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. But I have this one done now as well. And then since we passed the end of the year, I have completely finished my Peppermint Purple Blackwork SAL, annual sale for 2023. This actually went all year long, different block. There's 52 blocks every single year. And I've been doing the Peppermint Purple Blackwork SAL since 2020 when it first came out during the pandemic, and have the borders in exactly matching the borders on all of the other SALs that I've done with Peppermint Purple. This is on a 32 count Opal Lugana in Gilded from Mystics Fabric. And that's Sulky. I don't remember the number of the Sulky thread, but the fiber is Sulky. And I partook in the Modern Folk Embroidery, Evertotes, and Roxy Floss Co. Holiday Sale, and wasn't able to stay up. I have since finished it, but I wasn't able to stay up during the Advent. So, anywho, this is stitched on 40 count Turtle Dove by Roxy Flosco, and it is, of course, a Modern Folk Embroidery. This is Jacob's pattern, and it is using all of the floss that came with the Advent box. And it turned out really pretty. And I really love the color of this fabric. It was a one-off fabric. She only did it for the box, which is too bad because I would buy more. It's just a lovely, lovely color. Very fabulous neutral. And so that. And then I finally make an effort to finish up there it is. To finish up the Jingle Ball 2022 Baubles book with the 12 designers ornaments that they put in there. And again, I was doing all of those on 40 count slate fabrics by Stephanie, and they all didn't fit. And the tree lot colors from Hands-On Design, I used these colors from Kathy Haberman. I used these colors for all of the ornaments in the book. The ones that I just recently finished are the Nordic Nutcracker, and that's by Tiny Modernist. And I believe the Jingle All the Way and the Hippo you haven't seen before. I finished the Ringing in Good Cheer on the perforated paper by Satsuma Street that was in the book while I was traveling as well. And again, I've run out of fabric, so I'm not going to be able to finish everything that's in the book, but I got most of the stuff that's in the book on this piece of fabric, along with the tree lot. I have a lot of finishing to do. I just need to find time to do it. And so not to get behind, and because I'm traveling, I did another perforated paper. This is from the Jingle Bauble book of 2023, and this is Satsuma Street's Ringing in Good Cheer #2. And this is the one with the dove. And that's going to turn out pretty. I've got a lot of, I don't like stitching perforated paper any more than I did in the past, but I did get one of those new frames, which is helping. The magnetic frames that can hold the perforated paper, so I'm not feeling, because I really do, I hold on to it so tight and I crumple it, and it's really, it's not a pretty thing. Excuse me. All right, get some of this stuff traded out for whips. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 5 or 6 whips going right now, which is very unusual for me. I usually don't have that many whips going. And the first one I'm going to show you, and I didn't take it out of the hoop. And apologies for that. I dropped my iron one too many times, and it either gets way too hot to use on anything or really doesn't heat up much at all. So I'm in the market for a new iron. So, and this is Christmas in the Round by Judy Whitman. And I'm doing this on 40 count optical white. I don't know why it's called optical white. I don't think there's anything optical about it. With green étoile. And this will be the 3rd time that I am stitching this particular pattern, because I have finished this twice before in the place in that. So I have these, and 2 of them went out the door for Christmas presents, and now I'm stitching one for myself. And then I'm going to burn this pattern because I don't ever want to stitch it again. 3 times is getting a little laborious, but I'm hoping to be able to finish this up tonight. I only have, I'm all the way to the other side of this circle, all the way to this side. So I only have this little bit to put in here. I've got like 5 or 6 different little elements to go in here, and I'm hoping to be able to finish that up tonight. Sorry, keep dropping stuff. Way out of practice. I have a Plum Street Samplers trio going again, and this one is Fox View. And I am doing this on 40 count Eris by Mystic Fabrics in the called for Floss. And it's coming along. Got a little bit more to do up this side and at the top, and then put the border on, and it'll be done. So that's coming along. I've been trying to bang out some of the stuff that I have gotten at Galleria, and I'm not doing a really good job of it, but I did take a class from Meridian Designs the last time I was at Galleria, I want to say 2022, and it was called Nutty Buddy Biscornu Pagoda, and I will put it in a better picture than this up top as to what it looks like when it's done. But I have started on it, and here it is. And as you can tell, the center, the motifs around the center here are at varying different, very different into how they're spaced. I have to take out all of those and start over on that. But other than that, and some backstitch and beading, the top will be done. So I don't know what happened there. It is what it is. Anyway, get that taken care of. I, of course, have started on my Peppermint Purple Blackwork SAL for 2024. And I like this one. This one's using all different kind of shapes instead of just all rectangles or squares, and it's really kind of pretty. This is on a 32 count lugana. It is an opalescent, and I don't know what color it is, but it's a Mystics fabric grab bag. And the floss is Sulky. And I'll put all the information down below, as always. And this one's tragic. This is how far I've gotten on the needle punch needle, excuse me. I did manage to get the floss to finish up the leaf. And I have started on the tail of the squirrel. That's a squirrel. It's easier to tell what they are on the other side when they're not done. But yeah, this hasn't gotten a whole lot of love from me recently. It's, yeah, I need to put some time and effort into it and get it done. And then last but not least, well, no, not last but not least, Tiny Modernist and the unicorn tapestry that I've been working on for quite some time. And this is on 32 count Dreamy Linen by Mystics Fabric. And it's coming along. I love how it's looking, but I'm hating stitching it. I don't know what on earth I can say about that. When I'm done stitching for the day and I'm looking at what I've accomplished, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I really hate it. I'm putting in the unicorn manes right now on both sides of the tree. So we'll be getting to some unicorns here very shortly. And it's more than halfway done, which is a good thing. But it could be a little better, I think. And then last but not least, the last time that you saw this whip, it looked like this. And now my Highland Cow looks like this. He has an eye and a snout and a complete muzzle with a mouth and he is really starting to take shape. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. You know, for scale, he's really, really big. His chin fur will come down to about here. So there's still more than half of this to fill in on this coup as he continues to develop. And he's really kind of cool. There's some cross stitch in there, but mainly black work. And this is on 28 count Lugana in Nutmeg by Atomic Ranch. And I have no idea where I put him. All right. Haul. I have a little haul. I was lucky enough to go to France and Germany. I did with some friends a Christmas market. Seemed like a death march over the holidays, and I actually found in the Cafe Wolfhart, which is a well-known German Christmas bauble designer, for lack of a better way to put it, I found in her shop a cross-stitch ornament, which is pretty cool. And so I bought that, and I drank way too much the hot mulled wine, way too much. And then I picked up a piece of feldspar 40 count linen from Picture This Plus, and that is actually a very good color, showing that color really well. Kind of a blue, lighter blue on this side with browns. And then a piece of linen from Grace Knows Fabric. I've never heard of them before. And this is green with a hint of purple. And it's called Mojito Smoothie. And then I bought myself some project bags from Pinky Promises. And this is some machine embroidery on the back of a tree. It's vinyl front, very nicely quilted. And she sent it with some floss drops in fall. And then I've got it, I couldn't resist the bee. Very nice quant, and it came with floss drops as well. So that's what I've been doing. That seemed really fast, but I didn't have much. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate you and your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.